This is Daniel with Bottles of Truth, and today's video is a response video to my favorite YouTuber, Casey Neistat. Now, if you don't know who Casey Neistat is, I'm just going to give you a quick little summary of who Casey is. Casey is a top YouTuber. He makes daily vlogs. He's an excellent filmmaker. He's a great storyteller. Love watching his stuff. My wife and I, we watch you every single day, Casey. In fact, if one of us watches without you watching, we get in trouble. Like, it's that serious. I'm waiting on her to get home now so that both of us can watch your video for today. It's that real. However, just recently, Casey did a video called Who I'm Voting for President, in which he basically said, I'm going to link all this in the description, so don't worry. And I'm also going to link his channel, or when you see the video, subscribe because he's a great YouTuber. The video, he talks about voting for Hillary Clinton. He encourages people to vote for Hillary Clinton. He encourages top YouTubers to talk about who they're going to vote for. And he encourages audiences to challenge their YouTubers to talk about who they're going to vote for so they can have conversation and community. Now, I'm not here to criticize Casey doing the video. He can do whatever he wants. He's a grown man. I'm here to talk about the fact that he's encouraging people to vote for Hillary, because I think that's a mistake. I think that's a big mistake. And I think it's a big mistake, not necessarily because I'm just here to argue. No. It's bigger than that. I'm against it because I don't think we're really factoring in the weight of that request of vote. Meaning, if you vote for Hillary, there's more that can happen than you even realize. So I want to break this down because we're still wading in those Trump tapes waters. And I want to get you to look at what I think is a picture that's also really important. So, Trump tapes. Let's break it down and let's get real about this. Trump is a monster. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let's look at what he said this whole election season. He's been attacking people left and right. Prisoners, POWs, women, black folks, Mexicans, Muslims, Hispanics, you name it. I mean, he just goes after people, okay? Because he's channeling his base. Okay, he's an excellent con artist and a liar because he will say whatever he needs to say to get support. That's his strength, his mouth. He'll say whatever it takes. Even in the Trump tapes, you can hear him talking in a way to just needle Billy Bush. He's just got him wrapped around his finger. I've always been saying it for months on this channel that Donald Trump is a con artist and a liar. He will say whatever it takes to get the support that he wants. Let's be clear about something. Despite his history and the things he says, Trump has never, to my knowledge, made a decision that resulted in a loss of life. And that's the difference between him and Hillary. Hillary has voted and supported actions that have cost military people their lives needlessly and cost the lives of civilians. Let's go through a few examples, shall we? Because we like talking policy here. Number one, Iraq War. Not justified in any stretch of the imagination. They were not involved in 9/11. They were not guilty. But we sent troops over there on a bed of lies, and civilians in huge numbers. Some estimates are millions. It depends on what estimates you look at. But it's not about arguing the number. It's about the fact that there are innocent civilians from Iraq who are dead, and there is no good reason for it. Our troops going to Iraq, fighting in an unjustified war. No reason, and we can't get those lives back. Same thing with Libya. We supported the Libyan conflict, resulted in a civil war. People dead. And these are decisions that Hillary supported. She voted for the Iraq war. She supported Libya as Secretary of State. And now, lest you think that this was just the past, my friend, now she's talking about Syria and Aleppo. She just can't get enough. Now Hillary's saying we need a no-fly zone in Syria. But before that, in the debate, she says she doesn't want to send ground troops. Now, for some of y'all who fell for that okie doke, let me break this down for you, partner. If you have a no-fly zone, you need ground troops to support it. And if you don't believe me, listen to Hillary say it herself. I'm going to put a link in the description of a speech that she gave in 2013 that we have windowed because of WikiLeaks, in which she's telling Goldman Sachs, she's saying that if we do a no-fly zone in Syria, it's going to result, I'm quoting her word for word, in the deaths of a lot of Syrians, the deaths of a lot of civilians. She knows that this no-fly zone is going to cost lives, that it's going to require ground troops. And then she gets on that debate stage and tells you she doesn't want to send any ground troops. That's an okie doke, folks. That is the kind of thing that I cannot support for president. Those positions. Notice I haven't mentioned her gender because we're talking about policy, folks. That's how we get down over here. Lest you think, though, that this is only about things that happen overseas. Let's talk about what would happen in the United States. Just a few of the major highlights if she was president. Number one, she's going to support Wall Street through thick and thin. She sympathizes with them. We know because of WikiLeaks. We know that she has talked about reforming Wall Street by Wall Street insiders. Is that does that fly with you? You want to have the foxes run the hen house? Come on, folks. She supports bad trade deals that send jobs overseas. Okay? This is a woman who can't even manage her emails. Can't manage classified emails. But yeah, let's put her in charge of the free world. Okay? So all of this, and some of you may say, well, Daniel, see, here's the thing. Like, it just depends on what position she has. I think she'll do right. We can't even believe what she says because we know now that she believes in public and private positions. And some of you may say, well, Daniel, all politicians are like that. You're right, but that doesn't mean I have to vote for them. So how do I know when she's telling me the truth? Because if she believes in a difference of public and private positions, then it's very well the case that everything she said here is a lie, which I think good percentage of it is, just to get our votes. That's the danger here. This isn't about I'm not going to vote for a sexual predator. This is about I'm not going to vote for a sexual predator and a candidate who believes in war, who's hawkish, and who is in the pockets of Wall Street, who is not interested in doing what's right for the people, but who's interested in doing what they believe is right for the top people in the country who are putting money in their pockets. And see, that's the danger here, Casey. That's the danger. I understand you mean well. I know that you care. You're trying to do what you believe is best, especially in light of Trump's comments. But I think you have opened this up in a bad way because now you're pushing people to support somebody who has made terrible decisions that have cost lives. And not only that, Casey, whether you like it or not, my friend, you are going to be responsible if she becomes president. You're not the only one responsible. Come on now. This is not Casey's the only one who votes. But you've encouraged people to vote for her. So understand that even if your name's not Casey, if you're encouraging people to vote for Hillary and she wins, you hold some responsibility if she enacts a policy that causes people to die. And some of you may say, well, Daniel, that's true if you voted for Obama. You're absolutely right. I voted for him twice, and I have regrets because of different positions that he's taken, things that he's done. Our support of Saudi Arabia when it comes to weapons and finances and targeting and everything that we've given them that they have used and using right now to kill people in Yemen. They just bombed a funeral. They bombed a potato chip factory. They bombed a school for the blind. I hold some responsibility because I voted for Obama twice. And Casey, you're going to have some responsibility for encouraging people to vote for her. I'm not saying this to knock you. I'm saying this because you have to understand the weight of what you're doing with your videos. Like, this is not just, hey, don't vote for Trump because he's a terrible person. This is, don't vote for him, but in doing so, you're voting for somebody who could do some terrible things as well. Now, I'm voting third party, so some of y'all are already wondering, like, well, what's he going to do? I've told you already, I'm voting Jill Stein because I'm voting based on my principles and I believe every vote that goes to a third party will count. I live in Georgia. I'm pretty sure it's going red, so I don't think my vote's a waste. I think Jill can take every vote that she gets. We have an electoral college, folks. Don't forget about it. So if you watch this far, I just want to say thank you for watching. I want to say, Casey, I'm a big fan of yours. I will continue to be a big fan of yours, but I disagree with you on this, and I think there's more to this than even you may have thought about before you made the video, or maybe you've thought about it, in which case that just comes with being a top influencer. This has been Daniel with the Bothersome Truth. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm